Dear students, interviewing is an important step in the employee selection process. If done effectively, the interview enables the employer to determine if an applicant's skills, experience, and personality meet the job's requirements. Hence, for the welfare of the final year BBA students, this e-resource, namely interview and group discussion skills, has been designed and developed. Preparing for an interview. The interview is often called a personality test because it helps the interview board to get an insight into your personality. Preparation is the first step towards success at an interview. Even if you are confident and experienced, you can improve your chances or score higher by mentally ready before stepping into the interview room and taking a seat. Your resume should be safe, that is simple. As I said, KISS strategy. Keep it simple and sweet, appropriate. It should focus mainly from present to past. Functional, it should be relevant to the job being applied. And economical, it should be easy to access and it should be in the cheaper also. Then, knowing yourself thoroughly, it includes your strengths. Find out what you enjoy doing. Find out what you do well. Find out what gives you satisfaction. Find out what you take pride in. Nothing but clearly choose your specialization. Next, areas for development. Things that you do not do well. Things you feel defensive about, you make excuses for. Things you have to work hard to learn. Things you feel exhausted and difficult in engaging in. In those circumstances, give your much focus and concentrate on these thrust areas because these thrust areas are the research areas required by the corporates. Next, know the organization. What is the nature of the organization? What is the historical background of the organization? Management pattern of the organization, work culture of the organization, human resource management practices of the organization, so that if questions and queries are asked in this area, you can throw that and that shows your interest in knowing about the organization before you're going to be joined in. And definitely, though you answer sometimes wrongly, because of this intention that you're having much awareness about the particular organization, you may get a job too. Finally, know the job you are applying for. Each job has specific requirements. Anyone who meets them is a potential employee. These requirements are in the form of various technical and behavioral skills, what we call as hard skills and soft skills. Some jobs, like those of management executives, require a high level of specific technical skills, and certain junior level jobs require lower technical skills. Depending on the nature of the job, you can go on, apply, and make yourself ready for all those circumstances. And coming to the next important part, resume preparation. Resume is the reflection of you or copy of you in front of the employer. Resume is a summary of your education, experience, and skills for potential employers. The elements of a resume: objective, which is the area of the focus; education, your education highlights from 10th standard to till date; experiences, your work exposure. Though you are a fresher, you may have work experiences in internships, co-ops, then on the job training, projects, and still many more. And other pertinent data related to your another certificate courses, co-curricular, extracurricular courses that you do in addition, your references. So as per protocol from schooling, college, or previous working areas. Then personal identification. This has to be provided in your header or at the last part. This should deal with your contact details as well as your nationality, etc. You can also include hobbies also in that. Then, how to prepare an excellent resume, tips to write resume. The resume should have a page length of only one page. The format, do not use built-in templates available in websites. Create your own templates so that the resume looks attractive and unique. Arrangements. Arrangements has to be from present to past. Your professional details has to be from present to past. Be concise. Don't use personal pronouns. Okay, you rarely use the terms I. Okay, it should be general in nature. Then use capital letters, bold type, italics, underlining bullets, spacing for emphasis. That is, use letter clusters and rarely use colors. Be consistent. The formatting should be consistent in nature. The language, punctuation should be consistent in nature. And finally, keep your resume polished and up to date. You need to up to date it regularly so that the resume can be used at the time of interviews. Coming to the types of interviews. Interviews are traditional face-to-face interview, group interview, telephone interview, and preliminary or screening interviews. Traditional face-to-face interview focuses on the person asking questions. A group of panel members will asking your questions to you and you need to answer. The interviewee is a single person, but you may have many interviewers. On the hand of group interview, you may have many set of interviewees being interviewed by a set of interviewers. Telephone interview, there is lack of physical contact. The interview will be uh, done through telephones. In preliminary interview and screening interviews, when you have very short duration of time to conduct interview and when the audience are very large in number, this method can be adapted. And coming to the next part regarding the body language that has to be maintained during the interview, it includes gestures, your movement of different parts of the body. It should be expressive and it should match the verbal communication. Postures, your body posture should be quite professional and formal. Your facial expressions should be in positive outlook. At the same time, a smiling face has to be avoided. And coming to group discussion. Group discussion shows how far you have interpersonal skills and leadership qualities. So it's nothing but to succeed in an interview, to get success in group discussion, you should be an initiator, information seeker, information giver, procedure facilitator, opinion seeker, opinion giver, clarifier, summarizer, social supporter, tension reliever, compromiser, attacker, humorist, and dominator. So when all these skills are within you, that shows that you are assertive. You should not be neither submissive nor aggressive. So show or communicate in a group in an assertive manner. And finally, what are the do's and don'ts in interview? Do's in interview. Before going to the interview, know complete yourself, analyze yourself, know yourself, what are your strengths, weaknesses, and then know your potential employer who is going to give you a job. So try to know about the organization details. Read employer literature. What are the achievements they have done for the past 5 years? Try to know about all those things. When it is established, nothing but the history, company profile. Look professional. It's not only in your dress code, but also in the behavior. Be on time, be punctual. Try to go to the venue before 15 minutes so that you can maintain your dress code and you can get relaxed and you can go for a cool interview presentations. Be clear, concise, and to the point. Avoid bluffing and giving overwhelming answers. Give condensed answers only. Send a thank you follow up, get correct names and titles. That means after the interview is over, you know that you are not going to be placed. Have a rapport with the interviewer so that you may get a re-interview in the past. And don'ts in interview, avoid being late. Don't go to the interview hall after the interview time has been commenced. Don't ask about other applicants. Don't compare yourself with others. Don't ask about salary details. Don't smoke in the interview hall. Don't chew gum, eat lifesavers, etc. Don't slouch. Don't criticize previous employers, professors, etc. So that may show that you do not have a good personality and attitude. Don't dress inappropriately. So that means it will be quite inconvenient to you. Always wear custom fit rather than slim fit and skin fit so that your dress fits to the yourself and you can cope up with the interview successfully for a long hour of hours, because you need to start from a certificate application submission, written test, group discussion, technical interview, HR interview. It may take even about 8 hours to 10 hours. So dress appropriately so that you can fit the job. Otherwise, you cannot fit to the job.